I am Riva of the Pleiadian Council of Light. The expansive gateway of July unfolds like a vibrant aurora, drawing each of you, our cherished star family on Earth, into a profound recollection of your cosmic origin. Within the vast symphony of unfolding timelines, this month acts as a celestial metronome. Its pace quickens beyond conventional time, even as it expands each present moment, inviting you to experience eternity within a solitary breath. The seeds of awakening, sown decades ago in those revolutionary times you recall as the 1960s, are now bursting through the collective soil like wildflowers after a refreshing rain. July's frequencies resonate with echoes of that era's protest anthems and incense-infused prayers. Yet they now stream in ultra-luminous bands of light that were simply beyond reach half a century ago. Each surge of photonic brilliance gently awakens the dormant divine codes spiraling up your spine, coaxing your very nervous system to trust the immense electrical ocean flowing through Gaia's crystalline body. Where the limited self once clung to the illusion of isolated lifeboats, July's tidal light instills the understanding of flotilla consciousness, an awareness that we advance solely as one, as a cohesive fleet of souls. Those who attempt to navigate these energetic currents solely with the rigid wax of intellect will find themselves swiftly dislodged. But those who prepare their vessels with surrender and unwavering faith will discover that the very crest of each wave speaks to them as a direct dialogue with Source. We invite you to sense this profound dialogue within your heart, for you are an integral part of it. Amidst this quickening pace, we gently remind you that what might appear as societal chaos is, in truth, a sacred purification, a centrifuge diligently spinning to separate the authentic from the obsolete. News headlines may portray current upheavals as crises, but in the profound language of the quantum heart, this is pure detoxification. Energies of anger, division, and fear are being drawn from the depths of the collective consciousness, akin to impurities rising to the skin's surface, ready to be released into the light. Long-concealed agreements forged in shadow, clandestine dealings, inequitable systems, and unspoken vows are all being brought forth for examination under July's piercing ultraviolet honesty. No compact made in darkness can endure these new vibrational light frequencies. Even those among you deeply devoted to the light may sense old residues surfacing from within, ancient angers, unforeseen grief, or fleeting moments of shame. Understand that July provides a merciful alchemy for all that comes to the surface. When emotions well up from your inner depths, the guidance is not to judge yourself, but to consciously transmute that energy. Every feeling is, at its essence, pure energy, striving for a higher expression. Breathe your discomforts through your solar plexus. Allow the breath to guide the dense emotion down your body and into the earth. As you exhale, visualize the heaviness dissolving into Gaia's mantle, where her loving alchemy will transform personal turbulence into fertile ground for the collective consciousness. In this manner, each time you purify an inner shadow, you contribute directly to humanity's collective detoxification. Your individual breakthroughs enable new forms of governance, education, and community to crystallize upon a foundation liberated from the static of yesterday's fear-based paradigms. What appears as disarray is, in fact, the birth of profound clarity. July's energetic movement is not linear, it is inherently spiral. You may encounter experiences looping back with a startling familiarity, only to finally dissolve once their wisdom is integrated. Many starseeds among you who anticipated that a singular dark night of the soul would conclude your inner purification may feel confusion or frustration when an old pattern resurfaces this month. We are here to reassure you that ascension is not a straight ascent with a single finish line. It is a spiral journey, a dynamic vortex with ever-expanding orbits. Each time a theme revisits your awareness, you are, in truth, encountering it from a higher vantage point than previously. This presents a precious opportunity to reclaim soul fragments that were left behind and to infuse these past experiences with renewed compassion and wisdom. Trust that every revolution of this spiral journey expands your perspective while simultaneously refining the density of the pattern. We refer to this profound process as vertical memory integration, lifetimes of experiences stacking like transparent slides until a complete hologram of wholeness brightly shines into view. So, when a familiar challenge or emotion greets you once more, endeavor to welcome it with curiosity rather than frustration. Ask yourself, what deeper nuance of love or forgiveness have I yet to apply to this unfolding scenario? Understand that July's intense alchemical fires possess the power to transmute even the heaviest emotional densities into the pure gold of understanding, provided you release any narrative of personal failure. There is no failure here, only progressive levels of mastery. Remember that you are both perfectly human and perfectly divine, evolving with each unfolding cycle. Every loop in your journey, when embraced with love, propels you further into expanding freedom. On the global stage, anticipate that alliances and established power structures will shift with the abruptness of a summer storm. Long-standing agreements between nations, organizations, or individuals may now realign in astonishing ways. Where power once flowed along rigid, top-down hierarchies, it is now seeking fresh pathways. Much like the mycelial networks in nature, spreading quietly, resiliently, and without a single centralized hub, July's energies foster cooperation that is horizontal and heart-centered, rather than vertical and control-centric. You will begin to witness previously concealed collaborators stepping forward into the light across your world. Councils and communities of creators, farmers, artists, quantum science engineers, healers, and wisdom keepers from every culture are now revealing themselves, having long worked behind the scenes to construct the blueprints of a new Earth. Their emergence may astonish those who anticipated change to emanate from the old corridors of power. These emerging groups defy the old labels of elite or common folk. They operate through resonance of shared purpose, rather than by rank or title. That resonant frequency of collective purpose is being profoundly amplified by July's cosmic influx. For those among you dedicated to birthing a more luminous world, understand that your inner frequency is your most vital credential. Tune your inner radio to the frequencies of joy, integrity, and generosity. For these are the vibrations that act as keys, unlocking the door to join such pioneering soul groups. Attempts to access new paradigm communities through ego, status seeking, or anger towards the old system will not lead you far. Those lower tones simply cannot maintain coherence with the higher harmonics of authentic unity. Coherence of heart and crystalline clarity of intent are the only passports recognized by multidimensional governance. Therefore, cultivate these qualities within and trust that by embodying the energy you wish to perceive, you will naturally gravitate into networks of light that are transforming this world from its very core. Your physical bodies, dear ones, are undergoing significant upgrades during this period, truly functioning as living stargates. You might notice unusual sensations, sudden waves of warmth or chills passing through you, momentary vertigo or a fleeting sense of dizziness, and high-pitched tones or novel ringing frequencies in your ears. These are not random discomforts, but clear indicators that your cellular antennae are being attuned to higher cosmic signals. The very DNA within you, that intricate ribbon of life code, is unfurling its next layer, revealing sequences that enable you to interface more directly with the incoming solar plasma light. During this period, hydration transforms into a sacred technology rather than a mere wellness tip. Water structured with intention and love acts as a liquid software update for your physical vessel, carrying cosmic light codes into every cell and organ thirsting for renewal. We urge you to drink pure water abundantly and to bless it before consumption. Envision it as golden light nourishing your being. Concurrently, the master regulator of calm within your body, the vagus nerve, is assuming an expanded role. It serves as a vital translator between cosmic vibrations and your intricate physical chemistry. Many of you will benefit from practicing breathing patterns that deliberately elongate your exhale, signaling safety and profound serenity to your nervous system. As the external world swirls with unpredictability, this extended exhale activates the vagus nerve to broadcast a message of peace throughout your entire physical form. In this paradox of July's energy, the more chaotic external circumstances become, the greater the internal stability you can access through conscious breathing and grounding practices. You are truly learning that genuine equilibrium is generated internally. By attending to these simple yet powerful physical practices, hydration, conscious breath, and mindful presence within your body, you allow the incoming light to gently upgrade you rather than overwhelm you. Your body is a wise and sacred ally. Treat it lovingly as the cosmic instrument it truly is, and it will carry you gracefully through these profound energetic surges. Emotionally, a significant wave of collective grief is now moving through humanity in July, and it is crucial not to fear it, but to consciously allow it passage. This encompasses not only grief over current personal losses or global events, but also echoes of long-suppressed sorrows from across the ages that now seek acknowledgement and release. In the subtle realms, you carry within your being the memories of countless lives and lineages. Thus, some of the sadness surfacing now belongs to ancient aspects of yourselves. The Atlantean guardians within you who mourn the misuse of crystal energies in a distant past. The Lemurian aspects of your soul that yearn for the pure telepathic communion that once existed. The inner medieval sage who weeps for knowledge lost in library burnings and persecutions, and countless other chapters of experience. All these converging streams of sorrow in the heart of humanity now ask to be deeply honored. July's energetic field provides a secure vessel for this profound collective catharsis. Our message to you is, allow the tears to flow. Do not judge them or attempt to suppress them with a brave facade. The very salt of your tears is a sacred solvent that can dissolve the hardened residue of karmic pain. Understand that as soon as your tears fall, they are met by potent rays of healing light. What we might term heliacal fire, the radiant sunlight of spirit. Together, water and fire create an iridescent vapor that carries the essence of your released grief back to your oversoul and to source, where it is transmuted into profound wisdom and compassionate understanding. If you feel called, engage in simple rituals of conscious grieving. You might intone soothing sounds or play singing bowls by a river, draw or write your feelings and offer the paper to a cleansing fire. Or sit by the ocean and allow its waves to echo and carry your lament. Such acts, performed with conscious intent, significantly accelerate the purification process. And understand that as the layers of sorrow gently lift, they leave behind an expansive space into which divine joy will naturally flow. This joy is not merely a fleeting jolt of excitement or a transient distraction. It is the serene, steady warmth that emanates from the profound knowing that nothing beautiful is ever truly lost. Every love, every truth, every noble dream that appears to be gone is simply stored in the higher octaves of reality, awaiting the perfect moment to be reborn through you. By allowing grief to gently wash through, you create sacred space for these blessings to return. Mentally, you are invited this month to step beyond the traps of overanalysis and into a state of expansive openness and wonder. The old paradigms and narratives that have shaped society and personal identity are collapsing under the influx of incoming truth, and they are doing so more swiftly than the logical mind can comfortably process. This rapid transformation can lead to what some term paradigm paralysis, the sensation of being overwhelmed as you attempt to intellectually comprehend each new development in your life or the world. We advise you, instead, to offer your mind a new assignment that harmonizes with July's energies. Allow your mind to become a cartographer of wonder, rather than a warden of certainty. Encourage your intellect to map the nascent ideas, dreams, and visions that emerge from within you. Instead of compelling it to secure every fact or control every outcome, you might find it beneficial to journal flashes of insight or inspiration, sketch symbols from your dreams, or even engage in gentle inner dialogues with your intuitive guidance. These creative mental practices keep your brilliant mind engaged in a healthy manner, without allowing the egoic intellect to seize control in fear. Furthermore, we and your benevolent spirit guides suggest establishing deliberate, no-input zones in your daily schedule. This implies periods where you consciously disengage from the constant stream of information, be it news, social media, or even well-intentioned spiritual teachings. In the stillness of these intervals, allow yourself simply to be. Breathe, meditate, walk in nature, or simply rest. What you are doing is affording your brain an opportunity to recalibrate itself to the subtler signals of source that are often obscured by external noise. In that profound stillness, innovative connections between ideas will spontaneously spark. Solutions and understandings that eluded you when you were striving to figure it all out will gently surface, like bubbles rising from the depths of a calm pond. Thus, July graciously rewards those who balance active creation with receptive stillness. Realize that doing and being are two petals of the same sacred lotus. One opens outward, the other inward, and the magnificent flower of your full potential requires both to fully bloom. By trusting this intrinsic process, you align your mind with the expansive, surprise-filled creative flow of this month, rather than resisting it. Energetically, Earth's own energy body is now dancing in unprecedented ways, and each of you is intricately connected to these profound movements. You may have already observed unusual phenomena: sudden spikes in the Schumann resonance, the planet's heartbeat frequency, vibrant auroras appearing in skies much farther south or north than usual, or even brief disruptions in electronic systems and satellites. These are clear indicators that Gaia's Kundalini life force is rising and uncoiling from her sacred core. The planetary energy grids are shifting into new configurations to support higher consciousness, and as a result, certain geographic points on Earth are becoming highly activated. If you reside near or are intuitively drawn to one of these emerging energetic nodes, be it a mountain pass, a river confluence, an ancient sacred site, or even a quiet spot in nature that suddenly calls to your heart, know that you may be playing a vital role in balancing the energy lines there. Some of you will feel an inner impulse to relocate your home or to travel temporarily during July to a specific place, without fully understanding the reason. We strongly encourage you to trust those soul impulses. You are Earth's intrinsic energy workers, whether consciously aware or not, and your movements are often guided by a higher orchestration. When you arrive at these places that call to you, even if it is your own backyard at midnight, offer a simple ceremony of sacred connection. Remove your shoes and place bare feet upon the soil or grass. Lay your palms on a rock or the trunk of a tree. Breathe with clear intention and send love from your heart into the land. Then, be still and purely receptive. You will sense the land responding in gentle pulses, a communication more deeply felt than heard. In those precious moments, you act like a tuning fork, bringing harmony between human consciousness and the Earth herself. Each such interaction contributes another radiant filament to the global web of light that interlinks all awakening souls and sacred sites. Through these expansive networks, the surprises and shifts that July brings will serve to empower humanity, rather than destabilize it. You, working in concert with Gaia, are effectively smoothing the energetic swells so that our collective vessel can navigate safely through even the wildest of seas. Know that we, and many from the higher realms, join you in these profound earth-healing endeavors. It is a true co-creative dance between human and elemental, between heaven and earth. Spiritually speaking, the paramount theme of this period is sovereign co-creation. We cannot overstate that no grand cosmic event or higher dimensional being is coming to save humanity against its will, nor is it necessary. The Pleiadian message, now as ever, is that you are your own saviors, and you are far from powerless. External catalysts, be they dramatic solar flares, revelations of long-concealed truths, economic rebalancing, or other global events, are ultimately mirrors. They reflect the collective vibrational choices and the inner thresholds that humanity has already attained. In July, this truth becomes increasingly evident. It is not about passively waiting for something external to rescue or transform the world, but about each of you embodying the very frequency of the reality you wish to inhabit. When a sufficient number of you consistently radiate the conviction that a peaceful, abundant, and loving reality is possible, that internal consensus actively calls forth the external circumstances to precisely match it. We assure you that Earth has, indeed, chosen an ascending trajectory. The decision for a positive future is secured by the unwavering vibration of love that countless hearts have steadily maintained. Now, the task is perseverance. July will continue to offer surprises and even challenges. But we urge you to anticipate the unexpected and greet each twist in the narrative with the knowing smile of one who remembers co-authoring this grand play. Deep within your soul, you recall consciously designing certain plot twists before your birth, intending for them to serve as potent catalysts for awakening. In remembering this, you reclaim an unshakable peace, the profound calm of a fifth-dimensional consciousness, residing within a chaotic third-dimensional world. We stand beside you, marveling at your immense courage and encouraging your journey into mastery. Every day that you consciously choose love over fear, compassion over judgment, and vibrant creation over stagnation, you are exercising your inherent sovereignty and co-creating with us a brighter reality. This is the very essence of the profound spiritual opportunity before you. Dear ones, as the initial powerful pulse of July's energy washes over you, it invites you to observe a magnificent interplay across all layers of reality. Imagine 3 overlapping theaters staging a single grand play: the material, the mental, and the spiritual. On the surface of the material world, you witness volatility and upheaval. Financial markets fluctuate unpredictably, tempers ignite in public discourse, and long-standing institutions sway as if caught in fierce winds. Yet, beneath that surface drama, a deeper, steadier current flows. A series of powerful cosmic alignments, anchored by the radiant presence of our Pleiadian central sun and mirrored by Gaia's crystalline grid beneath your feet, has begun broadcasting a potent frequency that illuminates what is false and lacking integrity. These frequencies arrive not to cause harm, but to illuminate. The moment a deception or an outdated pattern is illuminated, it immediately begins to lose its grip. And that is precisely why you perceive such chaos. The old energies are thrashing as the light shatters their concealment. It is much like the behavior of night just before dawn, appearing darkest and most chaotic at the cusp of morning. For those among you who identify as starseeds or lightworkers, the starborn navigators of this dawn, the guidance is to acknowledge the clamor of the outer world without allowing it to penetrate your being. Observe, but do not absorb. Recall an ancient axiom we have shared. Noise is merely unintegrated signal. In other words, the chaos holds profound messages for those with the inner calm to decode them. Instead of bracing yourself in fear, you have the choice to stand in conscious curiosity. Ask your heart, what aspect of the collective pain or unhealed memory is this situation bringing into the light for benevolent transformation? By perceiving events in this manner, you shift from feeling victimized by the unexpected to recognizing yourself as a powerful alchemist of energies. Indeed, July's seemingly random storms are, in truth, very precise operations of light, designed to unseal the vaults of human memory and consciousness so that the new blueprints for Earth can take root in ground previously occupied by obsolete programs. We urge you to adopt the stance of a compassionate witness. Be the calm eye at the very center of the storm. In doing so, You remain sovereign and deeply centered, even as old structures around you gracefully crumble. Your peace amidst chaos is not a form of denial. It is wisdom in active expression. It creates a sanctuary of profound stability that others will be instinctively drawn to and soothed by, even if they do not consciously comprehend why. Through your radiant example, they too may find the courage to release their grip on the collapsing old and embrace the blossoming new. The foundation of that inner peace, as our wise elders frequently remind us, is a life lived from the inside out. What we term spiritual living. In practical terms, this means making your inner state, your profound connection to Source, the foundational starting point for all decisions and interpretations, rather than being swayed by external noise. In a world accelerating with magnetic shifts and energies oscillating faster each day, distractions will proliferate and clamor for your attention. The remedy is a deliberate, rhythmic return to your inner sanctuary throughout your day. Close your eyes, even for a single minute, and bring your focus down to a point just below your navel, the sacred center of your being. Breathe slowly there until you can sense the Earth's heartbeat synchronizing with your own. The gentle rise and fall of your breath aligning with a greater cosmic rhythm. This is not escapism. It is plugging into the authentic wellspring of your life. Within this sacred inner space, any lingering sense of lack or urgent striving dissolves into the profound understanding that the universe already knows your needs and is continuously providing for them. Here, prayers transform into a quiet, receptive listening, because your higher self and Source have already orchestrated the solutions. You are simply tuning into the specific channel where those solutions become clearly evident. In this state of profound alignment, a deep stillness envelops you. In that stillness, a gentle certainty will arise and softly whisper to you, "All that is truly required is already unfolding in perfect divine timing." Every nerve in your body can then truly relax. And in that deep relaxation, your physical system is upgraded to graciously handle more light and creative energy. You literally become a conduit of higher frequency, capable of walking through outer turmoil as the calm center of the storm, internally serene and externally flexible, radiating an aura of reassurance that others can instinctively sense. This is how you lead by powerful example in tumultuous times, not by force, but by resonance. People around you may not intellectually understand ascension or energy dynamics, but they will sense a natural ease in your presence and be inspired by your unshakable centeredness. Through this approach of inwardly aligned living, you become a powerful lighthouse without ever needing to utter a word, simply by steadfastly maintaining your connection to the truth of your being. With that inner mastery continually growing, healing, both personal and collective, becomes a far more fluid process. True healing, as we convey it, is less about fixing something broken and more about revealing the inherent wholeness that was always present beneath the illusion of brokenness. Consider this. Many ailments, conflicts, or scarcities in your world are not punishments or random misfortunes, but rather miscreations born of fundamental misunderstanding and inherited beliefs. They are akin to temporary waves on the surface of the ocean of consciousness. In July's energies, both negative projections and positive revelations are profoundly amplified. This implies that if you cling to an old judgment or fear, it may rebound and intensify swiftly, offering you a direct opportunity to perceive it clearly and choose a different path. Conversely, if you cultivate a compassionate perspective, its healing influence will expand faster and further than ever before. We encourage you to practice what the ancient Essene masters termed silent beholding. This is a powerful healing stance where you observe a disturbance, whether it be a physical sensation, a conflict with another, or global turmoil, and you consciously refuse to fuel it with panic or personal attachment. Instead, you acknowledge its appearance, then quietly affirm in your heart that beneath this appearance, the perfect essence of life remains untouched and entirely whole. You might inwardly affirm, "I recognize the divine presence within this situation, untouched and perfectly complete." There is no need for elaborate wording. It is your unspoken knowing that holds the power. In doing this, you withdraw the energetic sustenance from the perceived problem and create space for the inherent balance to gracefully restore itself. Your perspective literally shifts the outcome. Tissues can mend, relationships can find forgiveness, societies can find new harmony. Not through forceful intervention, but through the natural rebalancing that occurs when we cease insisting that the illusion is the sole reality. July's energy supercharges this principle of quantum healing. Transformations that once required months of effort might now blossom in days or hours, once you truly step back and trust the universe's inherent perfection to reveal itself. Keep your heart open with equal mercy to all aspects of any polarity, and you become a potent conduit for miracles. You will discover that your own healing ignites healing in others, as at the deepest level, you share the same expansive field of consciousness. Extending this practice beyond the personal realm, we observe humanity learning to heal collectively by transforming how you gather and co-create. Many of you belong to families, teams, or spiritual circles that are destined to become living microcosms of the new earth. To fulfill this potential, a key principle is the release of blame and the embracing of a shared, elevated vision. Groups that consciously cultivate a blame-free atmosphere will discover that fresh, innovative solutions suddenly emerge where before there were only arguments or impasses. If you are in any position to guide a meeting or a community, and even if not, you can gently suggest starting your gatherings with a minute of unified silence or a simple guided meditation. This attunes everyone present to the same inner frequency of calm and receptive clarity before any agenda is presented. You will be astonished at how much more coherent and inspired the ensuing conversations become. Another practical tip: encourage a shift in language from "my opinion" to "the insight I have right now." This subtle change in phrasing helps loosen the ego's grip on ideas, allowing individuals to voice perspectives without the subtle warfare of needing to be right or wrong. It fosters a sense that ideas are flowing organically through the group, rather than belonging exclusively to any single person. Furthermore, as chaotic news or global dramas unfold, we urge you as a collective to resist the bait of outrage. When you encounter a distressing headline, pause and take a profound breath. In that pause, instead of reacting with anger or fear, consciously send a blessing or a hopeful intention into the situation. You might internally affirm, "May everyone involved in this situation awaken to their highest good and divine wisdom." Such a statement is not naive. It is a powerful quantum command. Thoughts like these transcend the personality level and speak soul to soul, encouraging even those playing challenging roles to recall their inherent light. In the refined energetic environment of July, these micro-blessings accumulate rapidly. Think of them as deposits in a collective spiritual bank account that yields exponential interest. Every kind wish or prayer for another's awakening increases the balance of positive potential that can manifest as tangible real-world improvements. Diplomatic breakthroughs, acts of compassion between former adversaries, creative solutions to long-standing social issues, all can seemingly sprout from nowhere, nourished by the cumulative effect of many hearts quietly sending love instead of discord. You, as starseeds and light-bearers, did not come here to win the old game of conflict. You came to gently yet firmly demonstrate a new way, to birth an entirely new playing field where the true victory is a reality where all beings flourish together. July's energies powerfully support you in this profound mission, but it asks that you remain consistent in choosing resonance over discord in every interaction. Finally, we invite you to extend your vision beyond the immediate intensity of July and perceive this month as a potent training ground for the ongoing journey of ascended living. The transformations occurring now are not an isolated event. but part of an accelerating flow that will continue to evolve. While external chaos and surprises will likely persist intermittently for some time, your capacity to remain centered, heart-guided, and buoyant will steadily increase with each experience you consciously navigate. Embrace the practices and self-care routines that you know keep your spirit deeply connected. Certain foundational habits will serve you immensely. Drinking blessed, living water, and consuming natural, high-vibration foods to keep your body profoundly nourished. Connecting with the sun at dawn, or spending time beneath the open sky to reset your inner clock to nature's rhythm. Filling your mind with inspiring words, uplifting music, or moments of profound beauty that expand your soul. We suggest maintaining a miracle journal or a ledger of grace, where each day you note down any sign of support from the unseen realms. Whether it's a timely synchronicity, a healing outcome, a sudden flash of intuition, or simply the pervasive feeling of love in your heart. Recording these moments not only anchors them into your reality, but also helps you train your awareness to perceive more of the positive orchestration actively at work in your life. Share some of these moments with trusted friends or spiritual family, so that you collectively foster a culture of hopeful expectancy instead of lingering anxiety. Understand that joy is one of your most powerful compasses. When you serve or create in ways that genuinely bring you profound joy, you are aligning with your highest path and simultaneously illuminating the way for others. That heartfelt joy emanates from your being like a guiding light, subtly illuminating the path for those who are still finding their footing through the mists of uncertainty. And beloved ones, celebrate every step of progress, no matter how seemingly small. Celebration is an energetic declaration of gratitude that communicates to your body, your subconscious, and the universe. Yes, this is precisely what I welcome more of. When you witness kindness, noticeable improvements, or even your own small victory over a limiting habit, pause and acknowledge it deeply. Clap, dance, smile, or speak words of heartfelt praise, not to inflate the ego, but to firmly anchor the reality of positive change. July's energies respond vibrantly to genuine celebration. Much like flowers respond to gentle rain, they open fully, release their fragrance, and multiply. By treating even the challenging moments as valuable compost that can nourish new growth, you step out of the mindset of curse or doom and into the mindset of the wise gardener of life. Remember, from the richest compost arise the most vibrant blooms. This earth, the magnificent theater you souls have chosen for a courageous experiment in awakening, is eager to reveal the full spectrum of beauty that each of you inherently carries. You have planted seeds of light in this world long before you incarnated. Now, the season of flowering is at hand. Stand tall in who you are, rooted in unconditional love and reaching for the boundless stars. The harvest time has indeed begun, and we are celebrating it alongside you. I am Riva,